wrap up. It's the morning wrap up. Happy Friday, everyone. We made it. Another week over, another month over. September 1st. Summer is basically kicked the can out of the Labor Day. I guess this weekend's the official end, but, or Monday, but it's here. It's officially, I don't know what to fucking wear weather. So, I'm wearing my state hoodie shirt today for two reasons. One, because they won last night, albeit a little closer than I would have liked against UConn. But also because it serves as a hoodie. Yeah, see. And a cutoff shirt. That way I can't be wrong. Because this time of year, if I put on a tank top, it'll be 60 degrees out. And if I put on a hoodie, then it'll be 90 degrees out. And it never fails either way. So this is foolproof. Okay? Now, I know some of you might be saying, why don't you just check the Weather Channel? Why don't you just check the Weather Channel, Matt? You have the app, weather.com. I don't trust them. They're always wrong. And, I like the thrill. I like the exhilaration of walking outside and having absolutely no idea what I'm walking into. In Jersey, you never know. It could be snow, it could be rain, hurricane, tornado, could be a beautiful day, could be a volcano eruption, zombie apocalypse. You just don't know. So, I like to jump right off the cliff. It was nice watching some college football, anything other than baseball last night, and seeing State win. But what's crazy? College sports now with the COVID year, kids got an extra year of redshirting. What's called redshirting, where you basically it doesn't count towards your eligibility. So now you have quarterbacks. Like the NC State quarterback's only like a little younger than me. All right, that's an exaggeration. But he is like 24 years old. There's like a lot of 24, 25-year-old quarterbacks out there. And some of the games are going up against like a true college freshman who's like 18. Like, that shit ain't fair, man. That's like putting a Little League team up against a College World Series team. It's kind of crazy. I guess it's not really all college sports' fault because of the COVID year. But the whole eligibility thing is kind of hilarious when you think about it. But I want to focus, I've tried to not make these about sports, and, I talk a lot of football regardless, a lot of sports, the baseball, basketball, soccer, obviously, the sports I love. But on this Feel Good Friday, I want to talk about a sport that never gets any attention or love, and did so from an awesome fan base in the Nebraska Cornhuskers. If you haven't seen this story yet, they set the volleyball, not just volleyball, the female sports record for highest attendance. I think it was 92,000 something. 92,000 something people. They actually played a women's volleyball match inside where the Cornhuskers play football. So inside the football stadium, they played a volleyball match. And I saw it, I'm going, what's the significance of it? Like, is it the finals? Is it the college finals? No, it's just a match. It's just a match, but apparently Nebraska loves volleyball. Apparently they're big on volleyball. I didn't know that. I knew they were big into farming. I knew that they were big into, like, having tornadoes and stuff. But I didn't know that they were a big volleyball state. They are. And they decided to rally around the women's team, which is apparently really good. And they sold out the football arena the other night for the game. And that is awesome to see. It's awesome to see. I've made a couple jokes about, women's basketball and stuff. But I watch the Liberty. It's fun to watch. Women's sports from both sexes needs more support. And it's just nice to see, regardless of, I don't want to get into that side of it, but it's nice to see a university, college fans rally around something for good. I give a lot of flack to what I find is a cult-like culture a lot of the time, a la Penn State and Joe Paterno and what happened there with, Penn State fans. The reason I'm no longer one, refusing to admit that Joe Pa had any culpability in, the sexual assault of several children over the years. Many children over the years, because they ignored a pedophile, a rapist that was on their campus because he ran a good blitz program. He ran a good blitz package. And I just often criticize, the fact that you could have a 60-year-old guy who roots for a college team defending, a program that's done horrific things because that's where he went to school and that's his alma mater. And, in certain areas of the country, it really is like a religion, college sports. But in this case, everything that happened was awesome and positive because the campus rallied around a team that probably has never had more than 1,000 people at a game. I doubt even that. I mean, volleyball in general, forget women's or men's, it's volleyball. Even in the Olympics, you see the stadium, there's like 12 people in there. And they're just there because they heard the popcorn's fresh. $2 Bud Lights. But for those ladies to be able to play in front of a sold-out football stadium is something that they're unfortunately never going to be able to experience again, but awesome in that it's something that they can always take with them and take pride in, and probably one of the greatest memories they'll have in their career. So if you haven't seen it, again, I'm not doing it justice. I'm sure ESPN and a bunch of outlets have the highlights of it, and it was just really cool to see. The crowd was totally into it, and it was awesome. It was a nice thing. It's where sports comes together for good, and again, sometimes we don't think about these outlier sports, volleyball, tennis. Tennis is another one. I like watching the U.S. Open once it gets to the competitive matches, right? Like, I like, if there's any American players, the thought of an American, though, it's been, on the men's side a long time. Serena, luckily, held down the women's side forever, but long time since we've seen a U.S. man win the U.S. Open. And I was watching a little bit the other day, and I heard that they had complaints from some of the tennis players because there was the smell of weed smoke in the air was actually bothering the players during the matches. Now, I know it's in Queens, and I know Queens well. All right, first of all of New York City's a goddamn weed cloud, basically, now. But Queens itself, I mean, it's grind. They're Mets fans. They're grimy individuals, even for something prestigious as tennis. But, look, can't you just take an edible? You're at a sporting event. I remember when I was boxing, one of our boxing events, dudes were like smoking weed right next to the ring. Like, I don't care what you do. It's 2023. Do whatever you got to do to get by. Drink, smoke weed, snort. Stab yourself. I don't know. Whatever gets your rocks off, who am I to judge? But if you're doing something that's going to fuck up someone else's day, maybe find something else to do. I know there people who smoke weed, it's better for you than beer or alcohol. It probably is. But when I drink a beer, the person next to me is not going to catch a contact drunk. So at a sporting event, maybe just take a pill, take an edible. I don't know what other methods you have. I don't think you can snort it, but just do something that's not going to bother the people playing the sport. And you see people coming at, like, where I live, there's a CBD shop in the top of the plaza. And you see people walking out of there with contraptions where it's like, Jesus Christ. You know what you need if you're going to drink? A cup. The people walking out of this shop, they sell all the, it's not just CBD, obviously. They sell all the equipment for, marijuana. I sound like I cut marijuana usage. But, like, they walk out of here with, forget bongs, they're carrying, like, these contraptions. I'm like, I don't even know. It looks like a torture device. Why do you need all that shit? Just take an edible or, like, take a puff off I don't do, but god damn it. Make it into fucking rocket science around here. It melts and then it comes down in the chamber and then it boils and then the smoke comes up. And then from there it hits you in the face, but then you got to blow it back in the machine. And then it comes back and it gets you even higher. Shut the fuck up. Drink a beer. Smoke a blunt. Do whatever you do. But stop annoying others with it. Stop buying fucking contraptions that look like they came from a goddamn MacGyver episode. This is SDS.